Do you remember the Numatic Basil that my stepsister very kindly found for me being thrown out, which we've already had a look at? Well, there's something else being thrown out alongside Basil, or she picked it up with him, and I got given it today. Set your amazement to not vary as we look at this Hoover Rapid Vacuum Cleaner to see what is wrong with it. I don't think there's anything right with it really, even if it is running. But we'll see what its problem is, why it might have been thrown out, and see if we can't turn it into 20 or 30 pounds somehow. Let's have a look. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, this is one of those videos that we have to do from time to time to bring ourselves back down to earth. I mean, we can't go having rare pneumatic basils and stuff all the time. No, we have to take some of the rubbish too. So we have a Hoover Rapid, and apparently the only thing it is good at, and I didn't even bother to centre the writings, obviously on the other ones, there will be other ones here, but the only thing this is good at is not using much power. Let us help, I think. A bit beyond your help now, Hoover. What have we? We have a model SE71 from, if my eyes are not fully deceiving me, especially with its 700 watt, it's going to be from 2015. Oh, no, it's not going to be from 2001, is it? I think that's going to be it. But Hoover Limited Merthyr, well, obviously the Merthyr is just an administrative office now, rather than this thing. Probably this thing didn't see the UK until it arrived on the boat, bless it. Don't know why it was thrown out, so I think we shall start off with having a look in here, and I cannot smell burning, which is all I was really looking for. That's just something else that we'll have to deal with. I just want to check that, you know, it's not been on fire. I don't think they're renowned for burning out, really. I think it's just obviously something they might do, although it's done something, look, in there. What is that piece? It's not a piece of cloth that they put there to try and stop it from fogging up, is it? Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, it is. Look, it's, oh, look, it's one of those. That is the pre-motor filter, look. What a fabulous job it does. Right, are we missing anything from here then? Because if we are, we'll smash. Oh, we're wasting something, look, because that just fell out. If we are, we'll smash the motor out of it. Here is our, I presume it's going to say it's a HEPA filter. Yeah. Ah, that goes on there, look. That was upside down. So there's that. There's also an arrow here, and I've flip all idea whether I was supposed to line it up with something or not. But I think we might be alright, you know. I think. Come on, are you going to click in? Oh, I'm rotating it in all the right places. There we go. I wasn't. Awesome. So we have ourselves a shroud now fitted, which means that we also get a filter. So let's pull the cable on this thing, see what happens. When we plug it in, nothing. When we turn it on, that's not half bad. Put the hose up, look, it can clean its own filter off. Quite good. And I know what we can do, because I think this has primarily come from that not being fitted. I don't think they're that terrible. works really well too. I mean, as much as it's not a nice thing, I'm struggling to see what is wrong with it really. Right, put that there. Take you, oh, you won't come off with the hose on. Take you off. We'll tuck you back in there, and we can say that we just serviced it. Look, marvellous. Why was it thrown out? Well, A, because they're trash. I mean, these were cheap machines anyway, but also because this is all I got with it. Oh, yeah, fair enough. I wasn't going to tell my sister, no thank you, don't worry. But, do you remember in the Basil video when I regaled my tale of the man who bought me some vacuum tools? Well, didn't just bring me a Numatic tool. He gave me these. And it was brand new. I took the wrapping off of this. By sheer coincidence, I now have a brand new Hoover H-Lab All Floors Plus, which is their standard, bog standard floor head, the cheap one that this would have had. Even fits in the parking bracket, look. So we can actually use this to do some actual vacuuming. Being given these is what made me keep the sodding thing, to be honest, because if it wasn't for that, oh, it's very short though. If it wasn't for it, I would have just slung it straight in the bin after getting its motor. But hey, it's usable now. It is so short. I don't think I can show you here, but look, I'm literally bent right down like that to use it. Oh, blimey. Back to the floor. But it should work. Oh, really? Horrible floor head. It just glides across this, doing nothing. It sticks to the rug like anything, and it sticks to this like anything, and it got nothing up from the middle. How utterly hateful. Just like the whole thing is an utterly hateful vacuum cleaner. It is these that I try and avoid to be. Wow, that's a sharp corner one there. I do try and avoid them because we get a lot for it anyway. I mean, we've done a little video of it. We should also give it a clean up. this thing hasn't seen much use either. It's the typical pleated inner filter really. It's come up quite clean with just a vacuum. Until you look deep down inside, and then you'll see all of the actual ingrained dirt. I mean, some of it comes off like this, but the only real way to get it clean, and it's a bit of a pain, is to get yourself a small screwdriver and literally pick it out of every single pleat. And it's a bit of a horrible job in a way, but equally it could be worse, because this filter is going to come up clean once all that's removed. But eventually you'll have it all out, and then you can clean it properly. You'll always find some bits that you've missed, but a lot better. Still not quite as I would like it though, even for a cheap machine, and crikey, it's why I'd even go for a really old Dyson over anything new with this sort of thing. I'm going to have to put both of these through the wash somehow and make them all shiny. Inside the dirt bin isn't too bad, it certainly coats okay. We'll give that a quick vacuum out, try and get some of that dust from out those screw heads. Then we can give this a good old wipey wipe down. Well, it can look nice while we get the filter washed and back together. Yeah, it's not seen too much use, to be fair. These things probably don't until they're thrown away. So I shall come back when this is washed and dried. It's been a day or two and the filter washed up a treat. I mean, there's still a few bits in the corners. You could go to town, but equally, you know, well, the cost of a filter probably costs more than this is worth. So, you know, act accordingly. But yeah, it's seen very little use indeed. Bless it. So we'll pop that in there. Oh, we'll put this back in here if I can rotate the tabs correctly. There we go. And that can go in there. And I mean, it's probably going to have a lot more suction now. It wasn't terrible to begin with, which is surprising really, considering it is a pleated paper HEPA filter, which are notoriously terrible. Oh, plug it in. Oh, that's even better now. Fantastic. I'm not going to use it on the carpet now because we'll get that filter filthy, and I can sell it now. It can go up for sale. Very, I'm going to ask like 20 quid for it. I just want rid of it. It's a good... No, it's not a good machine. It is a working vacuum cleaner, but I was in the shops the other day actually, and I saw these with Whirlwind written there rather than Rapid. Still for sale, 60 quid. I don't know really. I wouldn't want one. I'd rather spend £30 on an older used vacuum and like, shove a HEPA plug in and do it up. That's very good there. But people seem to like these things. We have the comically, stupidly short one with the handle. And yeah, this thing is going to go onto Facebook now for a very cheap price to get rid of it. And I can say that I hope you've enjoyed watching my free Hoover Rapid. Have you had a Hoover Rapid? Was it rapid enough for you, or did you just find wasn't quite all that. Yeah, comment down below. But until next time, but probably not this, we'll see you soon. Bye bye.